energy don't lie. Like, it's just something about the energy. I'm like, nah, I like this person.
Yeah.
You feel me? Something about them that, you know, what they on. They gotta be on the same thing I'm on. Like, I can't just jump on the track with somebody in. You talking about shoot it up, bang, bang. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. You know, you feel me? Like, it gotta be a message. It gotta be productive.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Kick Back and Vibe. I'm your host, Dan YC, and we the only show where you can kick back, relax, and have some fun here in Midtown, New York City. I'm super excited because this guest is back with his latest project, I'll Be Here All Summer. Plus, he's been real consistent. He got new music out, and I'm excited to have him back. Y'all show some love for Ty Hasthegenius. What up, Ty? My God.
Don't even trip. Good, my boy. Good seeing you, man.
Good seeing you.
You know it.
Whew. Damn, Ty. It's been 3 years since our first interview. How things been with you?
Things been well, man. Raising 2 kids, you know.
Oh, congrats.
Life, you know how that go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, you know, the latest project, I'll Be Here All Summer. Loved it. Just talk about, you know, your approach and how you feel like your music has evolved ever since that project came out, because it's been 2 years already.
My approach to music now has been about, like, the frequency that I'm on, the energy that I'm putting out. I want to stay consistent in that, making sure I'm putting out good vibes, nothing negative. You feel me? Making sure the youth is watching, because I know they watching. So I got to be mindful of what I'm putting out. I'm very, very mindful these days. So that's been my approach to music these days.
Absolutely. I feel like some people feel negativity is like the easy way to talk about like certain things within music. However, some people respectfully never experienced it, you know?
And that's the worst part about it. It's the people who haven't experienced it, and then they talking about it, glorifying it, don't even know what's really gonna come after it.
Yeah.
And then they putting it out there into the community, and you got people who really mocking them, and that ain't right.
Absolutely. You know, what do you feel like when it comes to like working with other artists or artists wanting to work with you? What is something that you look for within an artist to make everything, you know, become more intact, and how can, you know, that possibly work out? Because sometimes not every artist, you know, is worth to work with. Let's be honest, you know?
Nah, that's definitely a fact. So what I look for in an artist is, first I just want to know the vibe is there. You know, the energy don't lie. Like, it's just something about the energy. I'm like, nah, I like this person. You feel me? Something about them that, you know, what they on. They gotta be on the same thing I'm on. Like, I can't just jump on the track with somebody in. You talking about shoot it up, bang, bang. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. You feel me? Like, it gotta be a message. It gotta be productive. And so I go off that.
Absolutely. I gotta talk about Lemon Pepper Freestyle. Man, I like how you did it with your guy Burn.
That's my guy.
Everything flowed, like in the store, the Chinese spot, you eating Chinese food during recording, man, just like.
That was all the B-roll. We were just having fun at that point, you feel me?
Yeah, absolutely.
We was really chilling, like.
You know, when I listen to freestyle, obviously it's hard, but I'm curious to know, does it take a while for you to like come up with a 16 or just come up with a song? Like, how long does it take for you, and how was the process like when creating Lemon Pepper?
Lemon Pepper was fun to create. Like, it didn't take me that long, because it was just one of them things where I was in my bag. Like, knowing I was about to work with Burn, I'm like, yo, I'm in my bag, I'm locked in. Like, I'm rocking out to this beat for mad long. So, nah, Lemon Pepper was one of those quick processes. But sometimes, songs be taking me, I'm still working on a song that I've been probably working on for like a year. A year, and it's just one of them that I always come back to.
Right.
And it's like, it's growing, but I got other stuff I'm working on in between that. But sometimes that's just how it happened. As an artist, like, do a lot at once.
Can we see you, you know, more freestyles often, you know, to show people like, hey guys, y'all ain't gotta forget about me. Like, I'm still around, you know, just working on some heat, you know?
Yeah, you can see that.
Okay,
It's gonna come. I promise you.
Okay, cool. You know, social media is like a very huge thing in today's society. It can be used for good, but it can also be used for bad. And sometimes artists will use it, sometimes for both, you know? Do you feel like if social media never existed, it would be like, this industry would be different?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why you say that?
Because it won't have so much access to corny stuff. Like anybody can do it nowadays. Before, you really had to go find who was like that. Like, you know, I might see something that have 2 million views, and I'm like, why does this have 2 million views? It shouldn't have 2 million views.
Right.
Feel me?
Yeah, I always say that if there was never social media, there would be an increase in like artist development. There'll be an increase in people actually going to a showcase and actually listening to the song as opposed to just, I mean, obviously the beat is gonna catch your attention too, but like actually listening to the words. And if you wanna really tune in with that artist or possibly work with them, you have no choice but to get their contact information, their email, their manager's contact, etc. Because nowadays people would just listen to a quick clip that's like 30 seconds and feel like they already know the artist, but you really don't. You know
That's
what I'm
like
saying?
driving around nowadays. Now you got GPS. Before you had to really know what you're going or read those directions the correct way.
Yeah.
Or else you ain't, you feel me? You don't got no access to nothing else that's going on.
Yeah.
It's too much access.
Absolutely. And I think it always goes back to what you said, energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm very big on this saying where it says, be valuable, but not available, because not everybody deserves your energy.
I like
you know? And it relates to music because sometimes when you're doing music, one is always going to be an artist that has the following. They're doing it because they saw their friend do it. They really just trying to test the waters. You got people that really are serious, grinding down in the studio. And then you got the other ones that's like, I want to be in music, but I don't want to go the artist route. I want to go the manager route, or I possibly want to go the producer route.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm
Sometimes, I'm saying like, yeah, you good. I'm just saying like, well, oh, that's okay. Like people have, people could be influenced by others and stuff. So that's absolutely fine. Just be mindful of who you've been influenced by, and do it the right way.
Yeah. Seems like your sister's tapping into music, trying to learn a little more and more, and she's learning from one of the best. What do you feel like what are some tips that you possibly are giving her? You know, because obviously it's male-dominated industry. It's a female coming in. Obviously, her brother's gonna have her back. But what are some tips that you're offering her as she starts her journey?
She already on the same wave as me, so I already know like my sister. She's always gonna put good music out, good vibes. I mean, like, so I don't gotta tell her that. So I'll just give her like writer's tips, like, yo, Tink, really lock into something, or get more emotion, or get more vulnerable. I tell her little stuff like that, stuff that make me better as a writer. So, and then she just take off, do her own thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you ever think about even producing some of your own songs at some point?
Yeah, I gotta get more locked into that. I definitely gotta get more locked into producing.
Is it a tedious process?
Yeah,
a tedious process.
That's the part that I'm like, I just rather have the luxury of just being like, yo, lock in with me. You do this, and I'm gonna do this, so I can write. Like, cause writing, it takes a lot out of me. But I really be locked into it. So, you know, you can just get more work done like that. But at the same time, I am an artist, and I be hearing things in my own mind that I'm like, I wish I could do this.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Absolutely, cool. You know, as an artist that navigates, their way throughout their industry, you start to know your worth, your value, and know what you can bring to a table, especially if somebody's asking for a verse. I'm just curious, from your opinion, when do you feel like other artists should charge other fellow artists for a verse or a hook, or hook? When is it that time?
When you know, nah, it's okay. I think it's that time when you really know that they're going to get their money's worth for your verse. You know what I mean? Like, if you're charging me $2,000, which the average artist probably don't have to just give somebody for a verse. So what you would think these big time jokers is charging? You feel me? So if you really charging me 2 bands, bro, that shit better have people coming to me, like, you feel me?
A lot of traffic.
A lot of traffic. Like, make it worth it for real. Really promote it, put it out there. Like, don't play with it. You feel me? Don't play with people's time.
All right. Because, I sometimes will encounter people who feel like, even if they're not making music, they'll be like, or even if they're a producer, or even if they're in a completely different industry, they want to charge, but they're scared. They feel like they're going to mess up a relationship.
I've been feeling like that sometimes.
But I feel like it's normal. We're human. Outside of music and outside of hosting or whatever, we're all human beings behind closed doors. So sometimes it's kind of like, okay, I know my worth, hesitant to charge, but at the same time, maybe we can probably do an even exchange, And sometimes it's hard. Maybe it's like, okay, if I get on your song, maybe I can get possibly maybe a day of free studio time. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out. Because sometimes people don't like to provide incentives. They just want to be like, oh, just give me. But I don't like people like that, because it comes off as you just wanted something out of me, but you didn't want to try to establish a bond. You didn't want to try to do anything, because you never know what I may have.
Word, I feel you.
So it's one of those things.
Nah, 100% I'm with you.
Absolutely. Kind of want to take it all the way back. 4 years ago, you came out with You Ain't Gotta Believe. That's when we first met. I feel like it tells a story. You Ain't Gotta Believe and I'll Be Here All Summer. Kind of tell the people like what you was trying to do when you had those projects coming into play.
Because I want everything to tell a story.
Yes,
like how you got the Game of Thrones, you got the House of Dragons, you got the... So I want everything is going to come together. And like, You Ain't Gotta Believe is for the people who can't see the future, you know? I'm a visionary, so like I see things differently than others. So the ones who can't see it, you ain't gotta believe. And then I'll be here all summer. I was just letting you know that like I ain't going nowhere.
You got a damn winter coat.
Yeah, in the winter coat on the beach. Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah, I was like, is that a coat? I ain't gonna hold y'all. I was like, is he really in the coat? But all right, cool. I had to say, I like all your projects, but I think one of my favorite songs from you would have to be "Beautiful Wreck," like the Valentine's Day project, because it's like it really tells a nice story about a lady. You know what I'm saying?
That was Caprice's idea.
That was Capri. Capri come up with a lot of ideas, and then the cover art too was nice in the car.
Yeah, that was her idea too.
All right, cool. Well, listen, man. I know you've been before. You know, enough talking. I need you to hit the stage.
Let's get busy.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. I got my boy Ty in the building. He's about to perform next. So keep it locked and stay tuned.
The latest.